sorry. It's just that was not the sentence I was expecting.
It never is!
Yep. That's about right.
In more ways than one.
Nim has questions, so Nim says yes, but first I have questions.
I imagine that her response is Nim has questions.
Nim has questions! Now go on.
Okay, so Nim's gonna ask, like, how to take care of the owlbears, like, what do they eat, how long do they need to sleep, like, the general maintenance and care of an owlbear. Trying to see if it's even worth... Yeah.
He looks at you and says, well, then I guess you're going to do a travel then. Forgive me, I don't see any visitors that I haven't known for the last many decades, but they're pretty easy to feed as long as you got meat. They pretty much go to the bathroom wherever you let them go to the bathroom. They'll certainly keep you safe as long as you don't try and fight nothing too big.
Isn't everything too big here?
Yeah.
I mean, for
Nim says define too big.
What is... I'm so afraid of what would be considered too big for Zanzibar.
A fucking
A Zanzibar bear.
Tarask?
Nim asked for clarification.
Hydrasks deal with those. He kind of scratches his chin and is like, well, I guess it depends on... Well, if you're heading to the savannah region, then there's a few sand crawlers, rock divers. They'd be too big, but they're starting to border on, as he looks you up and down again, what I think you might call a wyvern? Dragon, no, serpent, I think. Like I said, dear, I don't see many people that clearly don't live on Zanzibar. As he kind of like takes his raggy clothing and loosely, lets them go back against his stomach. But as long as you stay away from the things that could, well, eat a small stall, they should keep you safe. You're not looking to go fight nightmares, are you?
I nod my head enthusiastically in the background.
Celeste was here?
I'm like standing back.
Okay.
I don't know if I could hear him, but I'm like a good 10 feet away from Nim. I don't want to get too close to the owlbears.
As he kind of like looks over at Celeste and is like, I'll put it to you straight. I do raise these, but I don't raise them for being something's dinner. So if I'm gonna barter, I do expect them to be delivered safe. So, 1, I'm gonna want to barter. 2, I'm gonna want to know where they're supposed to be going. And 3, I'm gonna want to know that they're going to come back and you didn't just throw them to something to eat. I do care about these things.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
I did honestly
Unless
leave
there's,
the worst people alone. Oh my god.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I told you. So, Nim will go, right now we're just going to do an initial trek through the forest, I believe. We've been warned about the birds.
The birds are definitely our biggest concern.
As he kind of like tilts his head and he looks back at the bear and then looks at you, because the bear is also a bird, so he's kind of like confused, and he thinks for a moment, he's like, oh, the squawkers. Yeah. Well, they'll definitely keep you safe from one of those. Rare that a squawker takes down a hooter.
What the fuck is this guy talking about?
Right? Nim is so confused.
Really?
Let
Nim
me
knows
know.
everything.
Let
Yeah,
me
but
know
the lady
when-
didn't use the, let you know when what?
Let me know when I can come back to the scene.
I mean, I can't imagine it took that long to say, oh look, here's non-magical jewelry. Let's go back
Bye.
and find the group.
And the group's gone.
No, Prin's still there, because he didn't want to come with us.
So, if you're taking a trek through the forest, you're going to be taking the only road out of here. As he points to the road and he says, so that means you're going to the village inn. Right?
Yes.
Okay, well, that means you're going to go through grassland. Forest, you'll be roughly safe. And, no, there's not really anything there that's going to end up eating one of my bears. So, if you barter with me and do decide to take one, you could drop it off at the village inn, and one of my cousins should be over there. You'll see him tending his own ranch. He'll be able to take the bear off your hands unless you want to go farther, but he'll barter with you there if you want to go.
How common are these owlbear farms?
Pretty. As he beckons one over and it kind of playfully leaps over to him.
I take a step back when I see that shit.
I'll be honest, I'm super excited.
And he kind of...
These things sound adorable.
As he kind of just starts... He starts playfully...
It's big, right? This thing's big? Yeah. I'm not fucking with it.
It's large, so it fills up like a 10 by 10 square.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with it.
But yeah, he just starts playfully scritching it on the beak. He's like, these things are indeed pretty common. Especially in the forest. Around these parts, we domesticate them because they're big and they're strong and they cool off, keep cool, and keep clean in the mud.
They look deadly.
If you see the wild types, they are. It's Zanzibar, lady. Everything here is either rot or die. That includes
the domesticated types also have these sharp beak and claws. I'm like jittering as I say it.
He lifts up one of the paws and kind of like rests it on the fence post where you see these like, you know, varying length but all easily as big as a foot. Like 12-inch claws just rest on a railing. Aye. But they're loyal as hell to you. They know better than to let the little ones get eaten. As the owlbear kind of like starts playfully putting its beak around his arm and just like nibbling it. And it starts...
Bruh, no, I don't like that.
It just starts making like a cooing sound like a dove might make.
I'm gonna like turn around and just like mouth to myself, holy shit.
So I found this concept art of an owl bear, and that's the only way I'm gonna picture them.
Oh.
Alright, it's pretty cute.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it, I can't see it! Where is it?
It's in D&D general text.
That's adorable.
Yeah!
I'll take the whole ranch.
So, Nim will ask, alright, what are you looking to barter?
Oh, yeah, the text chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of close to what they look like. Well, I've been waiting for the Umber Rose to come in, and I'm assuming, since I saw you guys get off that boat there, that you must have gotten some of your supplies from bartering from good old Guilford. I suppose that you wouldn't have some leather on you. Leather and a little bit of sand mixed in is a great way to file down their claws when you don't have an actual metal file around. And when you're done with the leather, they do enjoy chewing on it. Keeps the beak nice and sharp. Isn't that right, Besty Lee?
Do either one of us have sand for spell components?
Well,
I have the component pouch, so I might.
Don't forget, the beach is literally right there.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was like... I was assuming he wanted like fine sand.
Nope. Just the normal coarse variety would be fine.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to go pick up some sand.
Grab that shit himself. But, I mean, if he's gonna give us something for it...
Yeah, so he wants both the sand and leather, or sand
No, he's just
leather?
looking for a shit ton of leather, because it makes both for a good gnawing material for the beaks, and can be used as kind of like a rough cloth to help, you know, keep the claws trimmed and filed.
Well, if he wants sand, I definitely got a good way to do it.
Do you say that in character?
No, I'm thinking to myself, because I don't think we have leather. I'm going to lean over to, like, over Nim's shoulder, on the opposite side of the owlbear. Do you have leather?
God, Samson
says-
needs to be there. Eddie, you were
I
right.
think one of us might, but neither of us do.
No, I do not.
There
fuck
you
has
two
leather?
ran off to.
Yes,
Here
she
to save the day.
she would like to purchase an owlbear.
But we need leather.
Just a piece of leather?
A little more
Never
than a
looks to-
piece. Couple pounds. Let's say 20 pounds worth of leather. Sheet form should be
20
able to get me.
And 20, you say? Is that what he said? Did he say 20?
Yeah, he said 20
20
pounds.
pounds? Good God.
Sheet form.
Mhm.
That's a whole elephant.
He's got a lot of owl bears.
I mean, I get it, but damn, son.
Hmm.
Remember, Samson, you paid a ton of money for the cargo you got. You went through a lot of leather when you were packing it away.
Oh, yeah.
20 pounds worth?
Yeah,
More.
more than 20 pounds.
I'd say easily in leather scraps alone, cutting the squares, you've got, or should I say leather sheets, no, less leather scraps, you've got easily about maybe 60 to 80 pounds worth. If you want to roll a d4 to see where in that range you land, I'll let you.
Sure. I'll roll a d4.
Woohoo.
Whoop. And
80!
Big money.
And there.
80 pounds of leather.
80?
We can get 4 owl bears.
Bruh.
Alright, so since I'm gonna be the one making this purchase, run by me this owl bear situation.
Who are you talking to?
The rancher.
What do you mean? Because I'm assuming you know what you guys want it for. Or
I
are
know
you-
what they want it for.
I do not know what we want it for.
I know what she wants it for. Like at first he was like gesturing at both of them, but then he just moves his gesture to only be at him. Like, but apparently I'm just the wallet of this situation.
No, he also needs sand.
As he looks over at Celeste and then kind of just points over to the beach. Got
I'm
plenty
going.
of that.
All right, pick me up some sand too.
Oh, you'll have plenty. Continue with the purchase.
All right. So, Nim, where exactly are we going with these?
Nim will step back and catch Samson up.
Village, forest, grass. No big monsters. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, DM, I have a question.
Hi!
Would the dirt in this portion count as sand?
The beach, as it runs close to the water, is all like white sand. Like the mud gives way to just the sand because the ocean just keeps washing.
Well, I mean for this spell specifically. I'm wondering if I could pick up a 5 foot by 5 foot cube of sand and just fucking haul it back to him.
Target, dirt or stone?
I wasn't sure if that... Hold on.
Isn't sand technically just really, really small stone?
That's what I... Well, so is dirt, but...
You are very right. Dirt is a lot of different components, but stone is stone. So I'm gonna say
Just
that
Luigi.
it will work on the premise of stone because sand is just eroded rock.
Okay.
Bingo.
Well, while they're doing that, I'm gonna get a 5 by 5 foot of sand.
25 cubic of That's crazy. But, alright,
Well, it's 5 feet. Sorry, 5 feet vertical, horizontal.
You could just set it on your jacket for now and just drag your jacket through the... No, because you have to drag it through mud. And that'd
No,
be
I
gross.
could carry that shit. I could use magic to fucking haul that shit in here.
Yeah, but where are you dropping it?
Hey, wherever he wants me to.
Cool.
I'm not there yet. We'll figure it out.
would you be willing to do 20 pounds of leather for 2 of your owlbears?
He thinks on it. He's like, I see you want to barter. You clearly know a little more about what you're doing than, no offense, little lady, this one over here. Again, no offense. But, yeah, it's not every day we get a shipment of leather and processing it. I mean, if it was 20 pounds of the black stuff, then maybe. But I'm imagining you haven't been out fishing in the waters on the Umbra, considering I didn't see you trawling in no carcass, so... I'll go through...
sadly, we only got what the captain was able to give us.
Which is probably
Something
just
like
the
fishing
brown
grass,
stuff. And their claws are quite hard, you see. I'll wear through that pretty easily, so... But I'm not one to be opposed to the art of the deal. How about you say 30 pounds?
I think 30
I would
pounds.
get 150% off.
I think 30 pounds is reasonable, because we are also going to be taking 2 off of your back for you. Not to saying that they're going to be the only ones going through your leather, but you have a little bit more of that brown wealth to spread amongst your cattle.
Wait, I have a quick question. So he just has like a bunch of like useless leather, right?
Quote unquote useless.
Right?
Yeah, I got 80 pounds of leather.
What if Nim fixes his old leather?
Oh yeah, mending.
Well, you
Yeah.
don't know if he has old leather. You should probably ask.
Yeah, you should probably
Nim-
bring that point up.
Nim asked, wait, before we do this trade-off, do you have the old leather?
You
By
mean
any
like
chance?
the used stuff from shaping the nails and letting them gnaw on it?
Yes.
Oh, alright, that little thing you do.
I think I know where you're going with this, but unfortunately, little lady, after the leather's all been used up, it's typically good for a treat. So usually all my scraps get eaten up. And I don't think you can actually do what that hocus pocus stuff in restauration after it's already passed through an owlbear. Nor am I about to go get a bucket and scup up the pies.
Well, I mean, if he's not gonna go get it, neither is Nim.
So in non-translation speak, he basically feeds it to them after it's used, and
they
then it turns into shit, and he's a little skeptical if you can magic, owlbear feces back into usable leather, and he's certainly not about to go trawling through the marshes for shit pies, put it in a bucket, and see if you can pull this off.
You never know until you try.
True! You never
This is
know until
also
you try!
by touch. Nim would not.
Me neither.
Exactly. So there's multiple issues with that plan.
I think 30 pounds of leather will do you good. And apparently our friend is going to grab you some sand, so you can do with all that as you're going.
You see me walking back with just a 5-foot cube of sand.
What the hell?
There's so much sand.
I'm just gonna turn to him and be like, what do they teach you in those books?
He kind of just puts both his hands on the railing of the ranch, and he just looks at you. He's like, "Now, lady, where exactly do you think I'm gonna put that in the marshes?"
No idea, but you asked and I delivered.
All right, Brad.
He just looks at Samson and is like, "I will figure you're a booker top, but my gosh, she's a bit simple, ain't she?"
But you either be book wise or world wise, it seems.
And
What, was this not the sand you wanted?
It's the sand. I'll go get a pallet. Gotta go see if I have one. As he quickly walks away to kind of look to see if he has a pallet to place all this sand on. Because you can't put it on the ground. The ground is muddy and watery. The sand will literally just sink into it.
Hey, that's his loss. He wanted the sand, I fucking got it.
So I'm going to, since we have some of the leather, and I assume some of it's already pre-cut into pouches.
Yeah, they're all cut into like squares.
Yeah.
There's
I'm going to,
manufactured stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna take probably like 3 of like the individual like leather squares, turn them into pouches, and fill them full of the sand. And
Just
put
start-
them in my pocket.
I'm just gonna. I can't let go of the sand, so I'm just gonna watch.
I mean, like, it's sand. I assume it's not like like squished together, and I could
It's
take
like-
them.
Yeah, you could take it, but I'm just holding the earth together. You can take whatever's in it.
He rolls out a barrel sufficient enough to like house most of it, but not all of it. And he like it's a 30-gallon barrel. It's a big one, and he's just pushing it through like the water and the muck, and he rolls it up quickly, and he's like, "I'll dump as much as you can of it in there, and I'll get to it."
Right. I'll let the center of it like fall like an hourglass into the barrel until it's full.
Well, it certainly saved me a couple of weeks of time. Of course, I got a lot of it everywhere else, but I appreciate the attempt.
Yeah, I'm a big
This
fan
is
of
the
sand.
most efficient way to do it. I assure
It's
you.
coarse, and it tends to get everywhere.
God damn it! I'm about to throw this shit in your eyes.
That
No,
it,
I do first.
that it does, mister. That it does. It's everywhere.
Does anybody have any use for the other scent? I'm like
Nah,
still
I got
holding.
what I needed.
I'm gonna look around a couple times, see if anybody
And
has
then
any
we'll shake
qualms.
our head.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
fucking drop it to the right.
As he kind of just looks at you dropping, it's like, I mean, just because everything is mud doesn't mean you should just go take the beach and cover the land in it.
What do you? Should I mix it together?
Please, forgive them. All right. Thank you for the stand.
He kind of just
Thank
looks
you for
at
the information, Nim.
He kind of just looks at you and puts up 2 fingers. 2 things. Well, technically 3. 1, thank you for negotiating. 2,
Mhm.
I want my bears back alive as
Um,
much as you can. And 3, get these 2 out of here.
What did Nim do wrong?
Nothing. But like you came and then Celeste came and then Celeste just dropped the remainder of the sand in front of his like building that he now has to contend with. Which, little do you know, owlbears actually don't like sand because it makes them itchy. So now he's got to make sure this doesn't get
You're
on
saying
his
it's
bear.
coarse and rough and
Hey,
gets
well, you
everywhere?
know, I
It's
don't like
coarse-
owlbears, so it
it's
all
coarse
comes
and it's
full
rough.
circle, baby.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, walk around being a bit of a prick and like you're gonna get treated like a prick. But by
Nim
association,
was
yeah.
polite.
No, you were, but by association, he wants you both out of here.
All right.
Because now Celeste is making trouble.
So, to all 3 points, I will say I will proudly do all of those.
Thank you. Make sure you
Man.
go to the village inn. If you need to go farther, you could get hooked up with something there.
All right. Thank you kindly. And then I'm
And
gonna
Nim-
turn to both of them and be like, I'm just gonna turn to them, don't say anything, and then turn around to Hyala and Pran and be like, can you 2 watch them while I finish?
I'm just
up
giving you like an absent stare.
Stop by whenever you're ready to leave. I'll have them all saddled up. As he kind of walks back into what must be the barn.
Nim waves.
I figure like I trade him the leather before we go.
Yeah, no, you did.
Alright, I'll take that out of my
All
inventory.
right. While I'm waiting, I feel a little bad. I'm gonna use mold earth again to like mix the sand into the mud.
Are you
Actually,
mixing
this
it
is a bad
away
idea.
from? Are you mixing it away from the owlbear?
Yeah. I could. How far can I do that?
30 feet.
Deposit it 5 feet away, 30 feet. Okay, so yeah, I'll push it like 30 feet away and make sure it isn't just a fucking clump of sand.
Just in the middle of the fucking road.
This guy got salty that I delivered sand, so I was like, you know what, fuck you.
Well, he was only asking for the leather, and then you were like, you need sand, and he was pointing...
Well, he said I need leather and sand, right?
You know what? I'll take it because I have.
No, well, see, specifically, his wording was, I need the leather, I can use it with some sand to file their claws, and chewing on the leather helps keep their beak sharp. Then, you were like, you need sand.
I did need sand, I wasn't wrong.
He meant to convey the look to you of, like, I don't need it, there's a beach over there, but you took his point and just ran off to go grab sand.
He said the sand's over there, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
And
with his
you
finger.
know what? Celeste got me some pocket sand, so that should be fun later.
Pocket sand!
Pocket sand!
Pocket sand! Pocket Zanzibar.
His one weakness.
Ah, no, my own sand!
Ah, the sand
I
of
hate
my...
it.
Of course, and rough.
It's everywhere!
Ah, the sand of my land! It's coarse and it's rough and it gets everywhere! No! Why did I ever choose to live in a desert? Fucking hand just starts disappearing beneath a mountain of sand.
It's because he's dry as fuck.
My crusty old bones!
Alright, well. We burned some daylight, we got some lunch, we got some where to be. I guess we should figure out whether we're gonna camp here for the night or find somewhere to stay.
What time is it? Hello?
I don't know.
God, what time is it?
Ah!
Uh,
Ah! Oh, towel!
I thought I had more time to go. I thought I had more time to go get water. Well, you got here bright and early in the morning. So it's still bright and early in the morning. In fact, the sun isn't even hitting high noon. There's still time before it's high noon.
Oh, so then honestly, we could probably just saddle up and head out of here before the day's over.
Is there anything else you want to pick up besides owlbears? I'll ask this for free.
Might need
I'll ask
ensure
this
the
for-
safe travel of his bears.
his bears.
Well, you may want to make sure that they're fed. So here's a question. How much meat do you actually have on you guys?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Because,
I didn't want these
Joel's got a
bitches to
bunch.
begin with.
I mean, we have two people who have pretty much lived off the land. I don't think that's going to be as much of an issue.
True, but, like, they're carnivores, so...
I don't plan on feeding them berries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
but...
what about good berry, though?
But, like,
Oh, that's true.
whereas you would probably get a meal off of 1 pound of meat, they probably need a couple times more than that. Maybe 6 pounds of meat for a small meal. They're big. They're big babies.
I'm
They like
gonna
food.
actually. So I told Yella and Friend to watch them. Can I go follow that ranchman? Ask him a few questions.
I mean, yeah, sure, you could hop over the fence, but you might give them a start.
Mister, I just got a few follow-up questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, if you want to help learn how to saddle them up, I don't mind shooting the shit.
Hey, I'm all about Catlin, so I've lived through this enough.
Nim asked what shit means.
Oh my god.
That poo-poo.
The poo-poo.
That's gonna be the fucking answer you get.
About how many days travel till we get to that town with your cousin, was it?
Yeah, it depends on how many days. Or more so, I should say, it depends on how many things you run into. Of course, fighting something always gonna burn up some time.
Of course.
And then, if you've ever seen a map, you're going to know that you're actually going to go past it until you find the fork, and then you're going to have to double back. Unless you really want to cut across the grasslands, but not the greatest idea. Especially if you don't exactly know where you're going.
Which we don't.
Yeah, so follow the roads. Because if you lose my bears in the wilderness, I may come and find and kill you myself.
I expect nothing more.
As he passes you a big old leather saddle apparatus, drops it into your arms.
I'll just throw it over my shoulder as a. All right. Number 2. What do you normally feed them? These things seem rather big, and they seem like they eat pretty much more than the rest of us.
Well, as he slaps his stomach, well, they certainly eat more than me, even if I might try and contend with them. Well, in order to keep them running smoothly and carrying all the luggage you might give them, you should probably feed them at least 10 pounds of meat a day. Which I know that probably sounds like a lot, but believe me, you better have a lot of sharp knives in order to make sure that you don't get killed. And anything you kill, you can feed them. Snail
Unless
meat.
they're poisoned.
Snail meat. Don't feed them the little birds, though. But yeah, snail meat. They eat parrot bear. They love parrot bear. Do not feed them owl bear.
I ain't trying to get no mad owl bears.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to make them go strange. And you don't... You ever fought an owl bear before, son?
Luckily not.
Every other Thursday.
I'm glad I'm not here for this conversation.
Yeah, you don't
yeah,
want...
me too.
Yeah, you don't wanna feed them owl bear meat. They may take it if they don't see you kill it. But, having one of these is kind of defense. Even the domestics and the ferals don't usually fight, so if you have a domestic with you, wild ones probably won't bother you unless you purposely try and piss them off. Or pick up a cub. That's another thing, as he puts his hand on your shoulder and looks you dead in the eye. If you see a baby, don't touch it. The domestic may go near it, domestic may sniff it, but if you go near it, there's gonna be a mama there, and mama gonna... your head will be gone between those beaks. You see those beaks? As he points at one of their beaks.
Oh, I see those beaks.
Yeah, not fun to have your head in those beaks.
I wouldn't imagine.
Alright. Don't touch babies.
Don't touch babies. Don't,
Words of wisdom from Lordo.
Don't feed them their own kin. Apparently, there's gonna be 10 pounds of snails somewhere.
10
Considering
pounds.
you listed that off about 3 times.
Basically, and don't take this the wrong way, I'm telling you all this because I want my bears alive. Not that I wish you dead, but I'm sure the outside world's got a number of things to say about Zanzibar, right?
They do,
Not really.
but I could... on and off. Some people don't think you... Some people don't even know any of y'all are here. But I must say, I think everyone here is quite my speed.
Yeah, I didn't expect seeing someone that, acts like a local. Where are
If
you
ever
from?
the chance, I'd welcome you to Varesis.
Huh. I should ask the old captain if you ever been over to Varesis. They got water there?
A lot of sand, a lot of cloth, a lot of metal, and a lot of punks.
Well, that's probably everything you need to know. Just keep feeding them whatever you kill, as long as it's not tiny or looks like them. Yeah, you should be good. Here, help me get these saddles on. And as he helps you to get the saddle on, that can either be skipped over, or if you have more questions, we can continue. But otherwise, you're going to learn how to saddle an owl bear.
So these are basically kind of like donkeys and cows for them, I assume.
Oh yeah, very. This is like saddling a horse.
So much like cows, do they have best friends? And if so, can I specially request those two owlbears?
We also definitely need to know their names.
They
Yes.
do.
Yeah, what's this dude's name? Or sorry, what is
no,
this?
the
owl?
owlbear's
Dude,
name.
the bears.
Well, instead of best friends, they
That's
do
what
have,
I mean. I meant dude as in the owlbear.
They do have. They don't necessarily have best friends so much as they have mating pairs. So, if you want to request a mating pair, you certainly can.
I don't think I need the mating on the road.
Well,
Why not? We can explain to them.
Oh no.
As funny as I think it would be to make most of my party uncomfortable, I don't think a pair of mating owlbears is gonna be what I'm looking for.
well, you're in luck. Surprisingly, as you maybe want to know, they only really mate during winter season,
Oh, thank goodness.
and
He
it's
might
the height
be here
of
a
the summer.
while.
It's the height of the summer, so the juveniles are all getting pretty big. I can't promise that they won't romp around once or twice, but it's not going to be anything where you're going to suddenly be having to wrap a baby. It's Zanzibar, though. Nature takes its course.
Nature takes its course. Can't do nothing about that, especially considering these things, how big they are. Well, alright, I'll leave it to your jurisdiction of which ones we get, and we'll probably end up heading out before the sun hits its peak.
Ah, fair enough. As he starts settling up, do you want him to introduce you to the ones he picks?
Sure. Also, have they eaten today?
Oh yeah, they eat early in the morning. Like, he just fed them. So they should be
No.
good for today, but like tomorrow morning to tomorrow night, you will have to remember to feed the baby.
Feed big babies.
I must feed the babies. Enjoy.
I can't believe we're getting a fucking owlbear.
Enjoy snacks, baby. Enjoy snacks, mommy bought her for you.
I kinda wanna get like a pair of owlbears in the winter and see if the baby imprints on me.
Well, you might have to go to Zanzibar when fall's coming. Be there for
No.
winter.
Oh, gotta go to Zanzibar for back to school.
Well, actually, no. You'd probably want to be there in the spring because they'll mate in the winter, but there's a gestational period. Well, yeah. It's
Don't
not.
just pop them out.
It's not just like a fucking wham bam roar, and then all of a sudden, a fucking
Wait,
baby
It's
just.
not
That's
just
not how
pop
that
machine.
works.
So they just pop it out and you see what you rolled.
Who the fuck lied to me?
Well, the fucking father just climbs up onto the mama's back, just. What the fuck? There's gotta be some time for the goddamn nature to take its course.
Actually, I think we could skip over the owlbears. You could just give me the TLDR on them.
What was I explaining?
Meeting the owlbears that we're going to get. I think we could just move past that since we're starting to head up the time.
Yeah, I was.
Are we getting two?
Yeah.
We're getting two.
All right, give me a really cute one.
Yeah,
You think you're getting anywhere near these?
They're all cute.
I am gonna have to.
That's true.
I want a really cute one that doesn't look scary.
Yeah, well, too bad.
Fuck.
Well, you're gonna get the one you were introduced to, Besty Lee.
That one's so scary.
And then there's going to be her.
Olga.
There's going to be her hubby, which I'm going to let Eddie choose since he's doing the transaction because I can't think of a good male name.
Olga.
Olga.
Olga? That's a
Olga.
That's a name.
And Shrek.
Olga.
Bold of you to impose your typical gendered names onto owlbears.
Yeah.
You know what? I see I can't take... I see I can't trust Eddie, because I should have known better than to trust the memer himself. So, the male's gonna be named Shrike.
Shrike?
Yes.
Big Shrike?
No, I know what I want to name it. I want to name it Betelgeuse.
Okay, its name is Betelgeuse.
Nice.
You know,
Betelgeuse?
I will say, I'm a little surprised you didn't name it Douglas. I am a little surprised you didn't name it Douglas. I thought we were going
the full name is Betelgeuse Dink.
Dugert?
Or otherwise known as Mr. Dink.
Bro, we could have really had a homie named Dugert Dink.
Dugert.
This is my owlbear, Mr. Dink.
Very expensive.
You can call him Dugert.
I rented him for 30 pounds of leather. Very expensive.
Douglas.
Oh,
Come into my owlbear ranch, Douglas.
Hi, so what's the big if I'm walking next to you?
Y'all wildin'.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so Betelgeuse and Besty Lee.
Dink.
Betelgeuse Dink.
Bro, I'm straight up calling this dude Basilgeese.
That's fine.
Are you ready, kids?
No.
Aye, Captain.
I don't think so.
There anything else you need in the port?
I think we're good.
Dignity.
One trade for all that stuff. Jesus.
Yeah. Don't you miss shopping? Alright, so I'm gonna go return to everyone. Be like, alright, so good news. I got us 2 owlbears.
Two of them?
Yep, so we are going to be able to... If one of us was going to keep us safe, 2 of them by far are going to keep us healthy. The problem is, though, we got to feed 2 owlbears.
Yes, and if they get hungry, they might come after us.
We'll worry about that when we get to it. Yala. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that you're pretty used to foraging for stuff. Would I be wrong in that assumption?
Foraging, hunting, I can do what we need.
And
Excellent.
murder.
So, here's what I'm thinking. You and I will be riding the owlbears pretty much from sun up to quite a bit before sundown. Conserve our strength. That way we can go hunt for food for everyone else and everything else
Sounds good.
during the night. Anything more that we can catch, we got these little ration babies to put on for later.
Just to Yala.
No, I'm going over the game plan with everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still, like, looking at the owlbears while you're talking.
So, I'm assuming they're gonna run side to side. Print, you seem like the most. Anyway, you mind taking the front?
Sure.
Perfect. Celeste.
Yes.
Yes, we're going over strategy here. Now, I'm gonna expect you to take the back because you seem to be really good at looking at things.
Yes, I'm...
And
I'm
you also seem incredibly paranoid, and that might keep us alive.
Good.
So I'm gonna have you take the back, and Nim,
She waves.
you're gonna be in the middle, so try not to get killed.
first off, Nim has told you she doesn't have a lot of health or armor class, which I need to add 2 to her armor class, but she doesn't have a lot.
Yeah. So, again,
Don't
You
die.
you seem like you seem like the least
First to die.
Yeah, you seem like the first to die. I'm just gonna be blunt with you. So, you take the middle, and do whatever fancy stuff you got. Try to, in case we run into anything, and let's just pray that we don't.
We
I
are
was hoping Nim could
bringing.
ride on the owl bear.
Aren't we all?
Can they fit
Or
two
is it-
people?
Is it just to carry our?
It's 10 foot
Here.
by 10 foot. The saddlebags sit on the side. 2 people can certainly squinch on top of its back.
Damn, somebody got to walk.
Nim can shrink.
Shrink.
Well, yeah, she's a 2-foot gremlin.
Just changeling into an owlbear.
That's
That'll
not how
go
that works.
great.
I don't think you can do that.
Nah,
Changeling into an Aarakocra with an owl head.
What? Okay.
Well, not the town square.
Well, obviously. Also, only one of us know you're a changeling, so don't do any of that.
Yeah,
Do it.
it'd be really funny.
I'm
So-
Nimlin the owlbear. I'm super small. Eee.
So, he's just gonna finish saddling up for them, and I'm guessing it might be best to head out as soon as possible so we don't burn daylight.
How do you burn daylight?
By doing
Is it
nothing.
flammable?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The
I-
day is flammable and also wastable.
It is another idiom.
Yes. Well, don't go yet. We still gotta wait for the owl bears.
Oh man, these owlbears are gonna fuck me up.
Are you still by the ranch?
Yeah, we're all sitting here by the ranch.
We're waiting.
Alright,
Nimble
so
asked to ride one.
he comes with the reins as both Betsy Lee and
Betelgeuse Dink.
Betelgeuse Dink. I keep forgetting how the whack pronunciation you use for basil geese. But
Don't use the whack pronunciation. I use a completely different name with a completely different leather.
Jesus. Well, anyway, he comes out with Betsy Lee and Betelgeuse Dink. How he ever came up with that name is anyone's guess.
Well, you see, Douglas.
A drunken knight, obviously.
Or a very sober night.
And he passes the reins off to Samson. And he pets them both on the beak again, and they start, making that cooing noise. He's like, "Alright, now, you two be good, and
I'm scrunching on my nose.
Hey, you want to look and not get on? By all means.
I'm just like looking right at the owlbear. Is it looking back at me?
Yeah, they're eyeing all of you up. You're new.
Eyeing me up? That's the worst thing you can
They're
say.
all looking at they're eyeing all of you up. You're new people, and they find that interesting.
I'm gonna slowly stick my hand towards it, see how it reacts.
Hand
I-
closed and let them smell you.
Okay, I'm gonna do what he said.
Betsy Lee is gonna put her beak close to Celeste's hand.
I close my eyes and look away.
You're gonna hear a lot of air and feel air rush by your hand into its nose, and then you're just gonna feel a lot of hot air come back out the nostril and onto the hand.
I simply do not see it.
And because you don't
choose to
see
not
it,
see.
you don't see she then opens her beak and kind of just sticks her tongue out all dopey into your hand and just ah.
I'm like doing the same thing to the other one, and I assume
You
he's
see,
just smelling me.
My vein is popping on my fucking wrist. I'm clenching it so hard.
Yeah, he starts sniffing your arm, but instead he opens his mouth and kind of gently closes it around your forearm, and you feel him licking at the cloth of your sleeve.
There. While he's going to do that, I'm just gonna like slowly, like, in front of it, just like put my hand to the side and start petting the owl head.
It likes this, and he pushes his head into your hand.
There, Mr. Dink.
It's so good.
God damn it.
As he pulls back his head, he raises it towards the sky and just goes.
Oh fuck!
These things are cool.
I'm gonna like slowly open up my eyes, like squinting. What is the other one doing?
She puts her tongue back in her mouth and she looks you dead in the eyes and just goes.
Hello.
Oh, that means they like you. Alright, you two, get on a guy. And he kind of pats them on the boot. Pats them on their big old owly booties. And they kind of just start looking and going forward. Walking down the road.
All right, everyone. We go with them.
I'm gonna walk
We
next to it
ain't
for a
letting
while.
these things out of our sights.
Be hard to do that.
So, who saddles up?
Not
I
me,
saddle
not
up.
yet. Not yet.
Samson
I'll-
saddles
I'll-
up. Shiala
I'll take-
saddles up?
I'll settle up on Mr. Dink.
And Mr. Dink does
Somebody rang the Dinkster?
Kella has definitely not done this before, so she's going to do exactly as Samson did, including the like steps of letting them sniff the hand before she tries to mount the thing.
You succeed. Now, on Miss Betsy Lee or Mr. Dink?
Probably Betsy Lee.
The other one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She ain't getting behind Samson's smelly ass.
And the third, how do you know his ass smells? You sniffed it before?
I slept next to him.
No, you slept next to Prin, who slept next to Samson. So for all you know, it was Prin's smelly ass.
Damn. Bring out a smelly ass.
It was the
Damn,
the
Mom!
definition of
What you
ass.
doing with all that stank, though? Where'd you get all that?
I thought it was the fire breath that smelled like sulfur.
Mm.
Horrible.
Fucking ass that smells like rancid egg. Mm.
I'm gonna like gently pet Betsy Lee and see how she reacts, like barely touching her with my fingertips, like
Is
on
it
her
so-
side.
What, you
You
pet her on her neck or on her back?
Like on her side, like near her shoulder.
You pet her near her shoulder, but because of her height, it's kind of under the shoulder.
Sure.
And you see, it doesn't look like she hates it, at least to the trained eye of someone like Samson. But all the feathers on her neck widen, and her neck stretches out double length.
Would I pick up on the cue?
Well, you see that this thing's head just jutted out double the length it was before, and like all the feathers are
Is this
standing on
while
end.
Kiela is on her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Kiela's just like, okay.
No,
Okay. I'll like
I have
creep
on
up to the neck and start gently petting it.
You sound so hesitant.
I am. This thing's scary.
These things are awesome.
This thing could fucking kill me.
Most animals that can be rode can.
So
Yeah, and I don't fuck with him either.
as you
We can
start
put in his bag.
as you start petting the nag, she just kind of starts cooing into the air. Just
Okay, alright. Okay, good Owlbear. Good little Betsy.
So Celeste's walking next to it. Is anyone else getting on it?
Who's riding on? So you and Nim are riding on the Dinkster?
I don't know. Is Nim riding on the Dinkster?
did Nim saddle up?
Can Nim ride on the Dinkster?
Nim can
Nim
ride. Nim can ride on the Dinkster.
Somebody ride the Dinkster?
Nim tugs on Samson's cloak and says, "Can I ride with you?"
Of course. And then they'll like offer her a hand to help gather up on the saddle.
Nim takes his hand and sits and asks, "Do I have to hold on to something, or you?"
Usually.
Only if things get crazy. I'd recommend it.
Yeah.
But now we're just walking.
Anyway, as you start to leave town, right before we go to our fade out and fade in, because the grasslands are a little boring, Betsy Lee's just going to look over to Celeste and just give her a big old birdie lick up the side of her head.
She's really
I'm just gonna sit there and take it because I'm too afraid to see what happens if I resist.
Just breathing
So I'm just
all
gonna
over
I'm just
you.
gonna like scrunch my body as close as I can to itself. Just like
This dry, birdy, like leathery tongue is just beanbagging against your head.
Fern kind of chuckles at that. At your
when she stops, I'm gonna use my robe wrapped around my waist and just wipe all of it up.
There's nothing there. It's a dry. Birds have dry tongues.
Oh, I thought they had a little bit of saliva. I've never felt a bird tongue.
Well,
Well, just stick your hand in the bird mouth and see what happens.
imagine.
Yeah, I did falconry. That's a bad idea.
That's sick.
But anyway, as you guys continue down the road, we're going to fade out to a little bit of player candy.
One other thing before we go.
What?
Nim.
Yes.
You know what? I'm just gonna give it to you. And then I want to pull out the little lavender ribbon that I got from the cloth worker. It's like, I don't know when your birthday is, even though you. So I'm assuming it's about nowish. So here you go.
Jesus.
Nim says thank you and then like ties it to one of her buns.
Don't put it there; it'll fall off.
Nobody told me it was Nim's birthday.
I wasn't told when either. I was just told it was summer.
Summer.
Well, it
Real
is
helpful
summer.
that
I
was.
don't- Hold on, let me roll a D. Well, they don't have a D30. so
Let me roll a
it's 20.
D31.
No, you could just roll a D30.
Just
D whatever
roll
you
a
want.
D31.
How do you do
Or-
that again?
Just
you-
slash
or-
roll 1D31. No spaces.
Well, a space between roll and the dice.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
So now we just
D31 really exists.
No, but like it's a computer.
yeah. So it's just making an algorithm.
That's such a funny fucking visual though. A D31.
Yeah, Nim's birthday passed a while ago. She just hit 17.
Oh, I was hoping you would say
So
that
wait,
you were
was
no
this-
longer 17.
Was the 7th the month or the day?
No, the set. Wait. The
No, I
seven
rolled
was-
that. I rolled that as a test. That wasn't me.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. So you just passed, right? Okay.
'Cause
Wait.
But
It could be the
well,
either or.
It's about.
Could be
mid-
April 5th.
It's about midsummer.
that's not the summer.
Well, you rolled the day. You didn't roll the month. We're still waiting on a month, and I would say
Well-
D12.
Oh,
That would just be a D3. To figure out which summer month it is.
We don't even know what month it is right
You
now.
are absolutely right.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Well.
Gonna hit us with that D3?
I'm typing it in.
Oh, I didn't hear no clickety clacks.
Well. You probably
What's
just
it-
hit
I'm
up
on my
and then
phone.
you could,
Oh my god, that explains it.
Why are you on your phone? Don't you have a computer?
No, yeah, I'm on the phone,
No.
but on the computer using Roll20.
Well, yeah. So
Huh?
type it. How long does it take you
Anyway,
to type?
I'm gonna keep going while
There.
she figures out how to do. So
Yeah.
yeah,
June?
5th.
June 5th.
Alright, should write this down.
Okay, so what what month is it? You said it's the peak of summer, so we're probably like halfway through July.
Yeah, she just
Oh.
turned 17. She
We gotta wait a whole ass year before Nim can get a drink.
No, 21.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he planned that shit out. Well, that would only get her to 20, because she just turned 17. 17 to 18, 18
Oh,
to 19, 19
I thought
to
she
20.
turned 18. Whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's have it turn 18. With
Or-
18 is a round.
Nope.
We're all
Nope.
adults.
Or.
Yeah,
Who
it also
is
allows you
so-
to fucking flirt with pirates and not be weird.
Anywho, so
Listen, I gave her the
Yeah.
birthday gift.
yeah, she got a
Much
birthday
appreciated.
gift.
I'll get you some.
Yeah.
Domo arigato. Yeah.
From what you told me, it seems like nobody really does that. So, and that didn't stand right by me.
Oof.
Hit the nail on the head there.
Y'all is confused by the exchange.
Yeah, she was there, but
I may not have even grown up with family, but I can tell you that they never forgot my birthday.
I don't want to make this sad, so I'm not gonna say anything.
No, it's the good kind of sad.
Yeah, it's the good kind of stuff.
That's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, they knew my birthday, they just ignored it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm.
you got
Anywho.
us.
I
But-
do not have much to offer you because I did not know, but would you be interested in holy water?
As funny as the interaction is, I've got 6 minutes. So let's
Alright.
get
Yeah,
to that fan
I
out.
just wanted to get that cute little scene out of the way.
Yeah, it's cute. Anyway, as you are all walking down the road, in the far off distance where we temporarily put our attention, Granny Zan is walking down the road by her house towards town when a little black raven lands on a fence and stares at
Shoot
her.
him.
Twitter.
And she just looks at it and says, "Well, hello
Like
there,
here?
little friend. Are you here for me?" As she looks in the distance to you all leaving town. "You owe me a favor, and I'm not exactly ready to go just yet. So I'm cashing in." As she smiles at the little bird. "I want to see how this plays out. I think you can give me that much. Then I'll go. As she starts on her little walk, hobbling down the road. When we come back to our adventurers, they are moseying along up and into the forest. We have skipped the grasslands. So, please feel free to place your tokens. You will be needing
I'm in
them.
the back, I know that much.
Don't forget to put the owl bears tokens with us.
Yeah, where is the... I thought I put up a token. Oh, it's in edit. Okay. Wait, no. I know how to do it. How do I... Oh, is it like
What?
this? There
Yeah.
we go.
Wow.
They're huge.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had them 10 by 15.
That looks weird.
I don't know how to do it, but I guess you'd have to put ours on top of theirs.
Yeah, I'm gonna layer them. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Obita.
2 back. 2 back. And then we're gonna give them a symbol. Why? Oh.
Double yellow.
Double Yala. What does it mean?
What symbol can we use for... Oh! The ones with the little hearts in the corner are your friends.
Yeah.
Hearts!
They're our friends.
Our friend. Hello, friend.
I paid for these friends.
You rented these friends.
Paid friends.
And
The
as
second best kind.
And as you're walking through the peaceful forest, you can have some interaction.
Man, this forest sure is peaceful.
I sure hope something doesn't happen.
Yeah, that would not be good. But it might be interesting from an otherwise unhealthy perspective.
I do agree.
What do you guys-
If an outsider perspective were to be viewing this, it would be quite enjoyable, but not for us.
Yes, no, we would not enjoy that.
What do you guys
Anyway.
think of grass?
I think it's green and coarse, and it gets
Green and coarse, and it gets everywhere. It stains everything.
Grass.
So
Don't
anyway,
let that flail snail.
in the road there is a very black and spiky boulder, and as you begin to approach, it moves, and out comes the body of a flail snail.
Shit, bro.
I want to tip my hat to it as we walk by.
Well, you
Peacefully.
don't
Snail?
necessarily walk by as both Besty Lee and Mr. Dink kind of like stop, and you hear like a low growling from them.
Uh-oh.
And
I don't see the flail snail, so that scares the shit out of me.
as the flail snail kind of looks, well, it doesn't look so much because it doesn't have so many eyes as opposed to just flails. But as it turns in your general direction, you start to hear a buzzing inside of its shell, and it starts slamming its tendrils against the ground as it lets off a loud shrieking noise.
Crane, I told you to get in front.
Roll
While
me
this is
initiative.
going on- Nope, Nim hops off the owlbear first to get further away.
I'm taking cover behind the owlbear right now.
Yeah, roll me initiative.
All right.
Oh, we're gonna use this for next session.
I have to break out that turn order thing again. How do I do that?
I don't know.
It's the clock on the side.
Oh fuck! I forgot to select my token. Okay, I'll roll again.
I had my token selected, actually.
Okay, I was like the same fucking thing, so no foul. Rider Flair Snail, there is 7.
The owl bears are gonna share a thing.
Oh, it went from 7 to fucking 19.
Well, the owl bears got 19s.
Oh, but
Yeah.
it's overriding
The
the
flail
flail
snail's
snail.
still 7.
Yeah.
But it's overriding it on the turn order.
Oh.
Yeah. Just fix it.
Well, yeah.
Why are there dupes of you guys?
Because I did not have a token selected when I rolled initiative at first, but second time I did.
Yeah. I did the same. I thought I had it selected, but I did not.
If you want to change mine to an 11, fine. It's 12 and 11. I really don't care.
It makes all the difference.
Nah. There we go.
Question for future sake.
Yeah.
While we're riding on these owl bears, would they technically count as like a vehicle?
I would say
No,
you're
that's how
going.
you see them, huh?
I'm going to say that you're going to want to dismount.
I understand that. I just want to make sure because I have a thing that interacts with quote unquote land vehicles.
I wouldn't call them a vehicle by any means.
I just figured because like if it was a cart driven by them, that'd be a different thing. But them themselves, no.
How in God's name do I? Can I just? Yeah, I could just.
Yes,
order
you
this.
just click it and change it.
Well, no, I meant like ordering. Why are there 2 prints?
What?
I think he rolled initiative twice because he didn't have a token. I think we all did that.
I didn't. There's only
Oh,
one print
wow.
on my screen.
I don't fucking know.
I got 20.
I see a 17 print and a 20 print.
That doesn't make any sense.
It might have actually been from last time. So you rolled a 20. I'm gonna get rid of the 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think you can like do something with the turn order to make it say go by descending.
I think so.
Numerically descending. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna just hop off the owl bear and get into position right next to it.
Yeah, and it is 10:02.
All right.
Your first
Next time.
actual combat.
Wow.
Bro, we about to fucking glass this flail snail.
Blast, Nash.
I'm gonna
Are we gonna
immediately.
level up for landing on Zanzibar?
Well, get a level up when he says it.
Yeah. By milestone.
Was that not a milestone?
What?
It wasn't the milestone.
What? Walking up to a flail snail and being like, oh boy, combat.
No.
No.
Everything prior to it.
Getting on Zanzibar, a level up
Man,
for us.
we haven't even had time to fucking have combat level 5, and y'all motherfuckers want to go to level 6.
Yes.
Well, don't.
I mean, to be fair, you already missed an opportunity for a secret level up, but, you know, that's neither here nor there now.
I knew it. It was revivifying the chicken.
It was indeed.
Take me back home. Take me
It
back. I'm about
was-
to revivify that bitch.
It was indeed revivifying the chicken would have gotten you a secret event. Well,
To be fair, like, it's up there. You can see it the second that we got into the cottage.
300 gold for a level up ain't a bad trade.
Yeah.
well, depending on how you looked at the situation, but you never looked at the situation, so now you don't have to worry about that. Who left?
You know what? I guess revivifying the high-dressed soup probably wasn't going to be the best thing.
Where'd Strider go?
He left.
Is he like okay?
I think he's just preoccupied.
Yeah, it seems like he doesn't live. I don't know if he lives alone or not, because I remember last time he had to bring in groceries.
I mean, probably not. I don't. Do any of us live alone?
I do from this time to this time.
Well,
Right
I
now
wouldn't
I am.
fucking consider that. That's not. You don't live alone. You are sometimes alone in the house.
And
My roommate
such
hasn't moved back in, so right now I live.
All right, I'd consider that.
Such ends session 5.